What is up, guys? We are going to be watching this video of a Void Spirit mid. It looks like he's Guardian 1-2. You're recalibrating right now, but yeah, like low Guardian, it seems like. Got about 1,000 hours, and you're learning mid, it looks like. And you think you're worse in the laning phase? We'll take a look. So Void Spirit mid, it's a pretty normal item build. Oh, you're starting stick. Probably against a Necro. So the only problem here is you really just are, it's so important to get bottle by 2 minutes that like you're putting yourself in a situation where you basically have to like go perfect CS for like the first like 2 waves, 3 waves to like get enough gold for bottle. And it's just too difficult to do it. I totally get why you'd want to buy this magic stick, but I would say you have to like cut something out here. Like you should have at least 200 gold, if not a little bit more. Like maybe cut out the fairy fire and like one of the branches or something, because I just have a feeling you're not going to get your bottle by 2 minutes, and it's just going to make your life harder than it needs to be. I covered this in a recent video, I think. A guy was playing Lina. If you want to go watch that, he was like a low MMR mid player playing Lina, and he kind of made the same mistake. He bought a bunch of other items, and he didn't get his bottle in time for the 2-minute rune. It's kind of unfortunate. Your stick's actually not going to come in handy like at all. It's like not a great matchup for you.
You didn't want that.
Not a great matchup, but with the 2 boars, this is actually going to be pretty hard, I would imagine. I don't know if I've seen this before, but we'll see what happens. Oops, okay. We don't have to watch this super slow. Alright, nice. Defensive aggro more. Like in this situation, he's got 2 boars hitting you. It's the same as if he was like a ranged hero almost. But like if he's got 2 boars hitting you, you need to defensive aggro here and draw these creeps back so that these boars like have to walk up further to hit you and like have uphill miss or whatever. Like don't let these boars just hit you while you're waiting for this creep to get low. Use defensive aggro here. So here you do it. So just a little bit late, I think. You can just do it more than you're doing it right now. And notice you'd really want your bottle to be on the way here because the 2-minute rune is soon, and you're just not close. You need 235 gold, which is kind of about how much I said that you should start with. So that way you could be sending your bottle out right now. So that's just a kind of easy thing to fix. Just make sure it's too much pressure. Like you're not CSing poorly. You know, you're 7 out of the first 3 waves. This is the 4th wave, I believe. Because there's one at 0, one at 30, one at 1. This is the one that spawned at 130. So this is the 4th wave. You're not doing great. You're not doing terrible. But like you have to like perfectly CS if you're spending all your gold in the first like 3 waves to get your bottle on time, right? Because even regardless of how you CS this wave, it's like already too late. Like you would need your bottle to be on the way out already. So don't put that much pressure on yourself. Like even high MMR players don't put that much pressure on themselves, right? Just start with like 200 to 300 gold available, and you know, cut out whatever you need to cut out to do that, and just get your bottle for the 2-minute rune. It's just too important. Yeah, because you're getting this rune, but it doesn't really matter because you don't have your bottle. Yeah, you're just taking a ton of harass for these boars. It's a little unfortunate. So you have your bottle coming out now. Taking some tower shots, that's not good. Generally not a fan of those casual Q plays. Like if you're going to try and last it with the CS, just use your Resonant Pulse. The Q is just not that useful in a lot of scenarios, like unless you're trying to be aggressive, right? But there you weren't trying to be aggressive, you're just going for some little play for the CS. Just don't... I wouldn't even try and use your Q for CS. That's like a very advanced thing that you just... I wouldn't even worry about. Only use your E, or sometimes your W, depending on kind of what's going on, what your skill build is. And so you're going to null here. I don't hate that. So this, where you're like trying to be aggressive and you've got multiple creeps, that's like a reasonable time to use your Aether Remnant. So he has the boars, so like kind of hit a boar instead of him, but I don't mind that. But like this is a scenario where it is good to like try and throw out the Remnant. In theory, if you hit him, you're hitting him plus 3 creeps are hitting him. That's like a really good trade for you. So that's when it's good to throw out the Aether Remnants. The other casual usages, just kind of a waste of mana. Just by the way, I do have quite a few like low MMR mid replay reviews, so I recommend checking some of those out too. You just might see like things that you're doing. I would definitely backpack my items here, like the mantle and the circlet, before using that last bottle charge. 5 int is... What is 5 int? Do you get 20 int per mana? I don't think it's 20. I don't know. Basically, you're just losing out on like 10, 15 mana by not backpacking. And that's like every time, right? So you didn't do it here, you're not doing it for this. So like you'd have like an extra like 60 mana right now maybe if you had backpacked for like that first bottle charge, then the rune itself, and then the second bottle charge. If you just backpack the circlet and the mantle, because none of these give you int, so it doesn't matter. It's just a minor efficiency thing. If you're not doing anything else, it's definitely good to do. Alright, I don't mind your skill build too much. I like the 2 points in E and then kind of going back for more points in W is fine. In a scenario like this, I wouldn't even mind it if you skipped your Q, but it's okay that you didn't. It's a little dicey. That was like kind of okay. You were clearing the wave. You had some mana. So this is a tough scenario, and one that a lot of low MMR players mess up. You are now going to be very low and not have resources to contest the 6-minute rune, which hopefully you agree is important, right? Like, is this the scenario you want to be in for the 6-minute rune? You have no ward. You could have bought yourself another ward. Something that high-level mid players will do. If you can remember to do it, it's really good. But do you want to be sitting at 150 mana and 500 HP, ready to contest the rune against this guy who's got full mana and roar? Like, this is not the situation you want to be in, right? So, like, what do? Like, how do you avoid this? You need to recognize it, like... And this happens a lot because the period between 4 and 5, between the 4-minute water rune and the 6-minute rune, like both players are like kind of level 4 or 5, maybe just hitting 6. So like a lot of things can happen. There can be a lot of trades, and this can happen a lot. So what you need to do is you need to backtrack, and you need to say, I need to be at as high resources as possible for the 6-minute rune, and I am not going to get any regen until then, right? Unless you're flying some out. So what you need to do is you need to be very you need to do one of two things. A, you need to be very conservative with your spell usage between now and the 6-minute rune. Like, very conservative. And that way, when the 6-minute rune comes, you have spells you can use. The other option is you be aggressive with your spell usage, like right now, and then you go base so you can TP back and be here. I mean, walk base. So you like be really aggressive, clear this wave fast, and then walk all the way base. You'll miss like one wave mid, but you'll regen, be full resources, TP back here, and then at that point you'll be level 6, and then you'll have full health and mana when the 6-minute rune is about to spawn. That sounds pretty good, right? Being full health and mana when the rune is about to spawn. Because then if you get the rune, and it's a good rune, you have such high capability of aggressive plays. And instead, the scenario that you're in, you are going to be really low, and basically you're just going to have to 50-50 this rune. We kind of already watched this. You're going to have to 50-50 this rune, and you just have no vision, and it's just so dangerous. Like, he can just easily almost kill you right here. Okay, you're not even going for a rune. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, you need to be, like, looking for a rune here. So, the fact that he's not is just kind of a mistake on his part as well. like right here, there's a rune coming, and this rune is so important. So like you need to like walk up to top right now, and if he tries to follow you, like go the other way. Like you can't contest him at the rune, right? He'll like just roar you. So you need to go to whichever one he's not going to. So like just walk to one, and if he walks to it, like go walk to the other one. He can't go to both, right? And you have your steps, or at least one step. You don't quite have mana for two. And you'll get to the other one, and then if you win the 50-50, great, and if you don't, that's life, right? But you're not even going for the rune here, which is really bad. You definitely need to care about the 6-minute rune. And you're using the rest of your mana. So basically, you're just completely conceding the rune, and you're dying anyways. Yeah, so that was just very poorly played on your part. I can tell that you weren't thinking about the 6-minute rune, and you'll just be a better mid player if you're thinking about the 6-minute rune. Like if you want to get into like Crusader, Archon, you just have to be thinking about that rune. You know, Crusader Archon players are not perfect at getting there right at 6, but like they're starting to think about it. Like it's on their mind. They're a little late, and you know, one of the reasons that you're, you know, low Guardian, barely out of Herald, is you're not thinking about this rune. Another ward, or like thinking about the rune, is also what will encourage you to remember to like buy a ward for yourself, right? Like you're not remembering to buy this ward because you're not like thinking about why you would need a ward, right? Alright, so you have vision of this guy top. Hopefully you see that. It's on your mini-map. You're not really looking with your main hero or with your like camera. Okay, so you're clearing this while he's not here. So in this situation, I really want you to hit his mid tower. I say this in a lot of my like low MMR mid replay analyses, but hit his mid tower here. He's not here. He's not here. So just do damage to his mid tower. It's so important to do damage to the mid tower. Instead, you just sit around doing nothing. It's kind of the worst outcome. Like, he's owning your side lane. The least you can do is shove this into his mid tower and get damage on his mid tower. Like, you passively laning here, slowly, is just unacceptable. You just can't do this. You have to, like, push these creeps out as fast as possible and damage his mid tower. Like, his mid tower, if you had aggressively attacked it last wave, and then aggressively killed this wave fast, and then attacked it with this next wave, because your wave wouldn't have died at all, and was attacking this wave, this tower would have like 700 HP left, 800 maybe? Like, that's huge. That's so impactful. Okay, maybe you'd have 1,000. I don't know how much damage you would have done. You would have done a decent amount of damage. And instead, you've just done none. You go for the 8-minute rune, which is like fine. It's just not okay to be this passive. Like, when he's not there, you just can't do that. Is that gonna kill you? Wow, he killed you. There's not much to say about that. You just kind of misplayed. You could have W'd way earlier, or astraled out. Yeah, I really don't know what to say about that. You kind of just didn't use your hero's spells. You're just kind of slow. So now you're buying a ward. Scouting your own gank. Okay, so you find the techies who's low. That's kind of nice. Really important to be backpacking your wand and null here. So this looks like you're learning the limits of your hero, because I could tell you that you going on this Necro who's full HP and level 7 is not going to work. Like, unless your team is like already in position to like go on him. So you either need to like decide, you either need to like communicate with your team like, guys, we're going on this Necro, or you need to like walk back mid as soon as Techies is dead. Like this, where you're just kind of going on him and your team's like not in the position to help you. And granted, these are not great heroes for helping you get kills either. This just is not going to die. And so maybe you're just testing the limits of your hero. This is something that comes with experience. But you can see it just ends up being a waste of mana and kind of time for you. So I don't want to flame you too much. Like, the Techies kill was nice. It was a decent rotation off the back of your death. Alright, so here again, I need you to push this really fast. No, you can't walk away, dude. You can't walk away. Same thing. I need you to, like, glyph your wave and, like, use all your spells to kill these creeps. And then, like, tank for the tower, tank for the catapult a little bit. Like, imagine if you had done the pressure before, both times, and you had gotten this tower down to like 1,000 or 800 HP, and then you were doing this again with the catapult. Like, you would almost solo take this tower by 11 minutes. You wouldn't quite, you wouldn't, but it would be so low if you were just focused on pressuring the tower and killing the creep waves as fast as possible when the Beastmaster wasn't here. Like, I need you to think about that and see that and start doing it in your games. It's just so important. Like, this passive play where you just, like, kind of chill while he's not there, it just doesn't cut it if you want to get higher MMR than you are now. Okay, dude, when you pop this regen, I need you to use all your spells. Like, use your mana. Why aren't you using your W? Why are you clearing this so slow? You had a regen going. It's very weird. Please make sure you're, like, using all your spells when your regen's going and they're not going to be damaging you. Okay, so we're walking top. That's kind of weird. I feel like you could have killed that guy. What happened here? This is just like a play I don't usually criticize too much like the play, but like, yeah, you have to look at where your hero is because you missed him. Like, you're not looking at your hero? Like, you... where's your hero? Like, you used your first astral step, but it didn't hit him. Like, if you had used your full combo on this guy, I'm pretty sure he dies. Like, you would hit that first astral, and then you do this, and then you Q him, and then W, and then astral him again. I'm pretty sure he dies. So you just kind of mess up here. You're not like you weren't looking at your hero, because if you're looking at your hero, like, I need you to be like, I need you to look, and then I need you to do this. I need you to watch. Maybe you have like a wide pan or something, and so you could see your hero? I don't know. I couldn't see your hero on your screen. And it seems like that's why you missed the astral. So maybe you could see your hero, and then you just fucked it up anyways. I don't really know. So again, you used both steps here. So your aggression is like over. Wow. This Void's kind of like trying to feed anyways, but yeah, once you use both steps there, like, you're not going to get more kills. So, like, I would have just backed off and gone back to mid and kind of got some farm up. Like, you notice you're level 9 and this Beastmaster's level 12. Yeah, he's gotten a bunch of kills, but, you know. Okay, so you're teaming back now. This is decent. A little late. I would check the rune. Beastmaster was top. You were top. Nobody got the 12-minute rune. It's probably bottom. So I don't think you're thinking about that. But there's probably a rune bottom. Now it's on our mini-map. Okay, you're killing... Oh, well, you fucked up. But you tried to kill the wave fast, I guess. Okay, use all your mana to kill this wave. Are you checking the rune? You're checking the rune, okay. Kind of used a little bit too much mana to kill that wave. Now you're, like, sitting at 270 mana. Like, do you really want to do anything with 270 mana? 290 mana? Not really. Okay, so now you're hitting the tower. This is very interesting to me that now you're, like, going to hit the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Do you know how creep aggro works, my friend? So if you don't know... That's way too far. If you don't know, you just have to A-click your own allied units, like, 2 or 3 times. Like, just spam A-click on your allied units until it stops attacking you, and it should stop within, like, a hit or 2. So, like, here, I think you thought you stepped out of range and you didn't. But, like, it doesn't matter. Just A-click on your creeps and it'll stop attacking you. Yeah, I think you just don't know how that works. Look it up. It's not that hard. You should be able to find a YouTube video about it if that verbal explanation wasn't enough. But you just try in a demo lobby. Make sure have a tower start attacking you while you have allied creeps and, like, A-click your own creeps as if you were denying them, even if they're not in deny range. And then it'll stop attacking you. So good job getting his tower. I think you just could have done it earlier based on all those times earlier when I said that you wanted to be aggressive on the tower. But now you're in an awkward spot because you had used all that mana. Like, you're coming with this DD, but you don't have enough mana. Like, you don't have enough mana to use all your spells. if all of your spells together, you have everything off cooldown, is 200, 330, 460, 535, I don't know. Something like that. And you have 228 mana. No stick ready. Like, this DD is not going to matter. Like, you don't have enough mana to do stuff. So, like, I just don't really like this move because they have a lot of heroes. Yeah, you're, like, kind of scared. Please tell me you do not go in on this. Yeah. You just don't have enough mana. I need you to, like, get a clarity. Like, earlier, not, like, right now, because that still won't give you a lot of mana for a while. But, once you, like, got the tower, like, go base or something, Like, farm this camp, and then, like, go base, and then, like, you'll have full mana plus this DD, and then you can go make a play. Running around with not enough mana to be useful is, like, the worst thing you can do when you play mid. Because when you play mid, you're supposed to be the strongest hero on your team right now. Like, at this phase in the game, this early phase of the game, you're supposed to be the strongest core, and you're supposed to be able to help your team and be useful, and you're just not useful if you have 200-something mana, 300-something mana. You're just not. You're running around with close to full HP and, like, just not enough mana to do anything. I don't know if that timed out. What is happening? Okay. You also cannot let this happen. This is not allowed. You have to, like, defend your mid tower and not let it farm. But you can't jungle while there's creeps hitting your mid tower. You just can't do that. And this play, again, is just not going to work because you don't have mana, my friend. You're, like, really trying to force it, and you just have no mana. Yeah, and you haven't had mana for, like, 2 minutes now. Like, it doesn't matter that you have this DD. It really doesn't matter. You just don't have the mana for this play. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say. This is just going terribly because you have no mana. So I need you to get mana, because otherwise you just can't play Dota, as you see. You're like, why isn't this working? It's because you don't have mana. Here. Yeah, this game's already very hard because they have a very far ahead Beastmaster who, like, just collapses the entire map. Alright, so let me just... What do I want to say about this? Die? You die, you're not close to your Witchblade. They're all bottom because they just took your tower. Do you want to fight them right now? Like, I'm a little confused, right? Your Silencer's mid. Your Lion and your Axe are in base. Like, do you want to fight them right now? Because this TP says, I want to fight them again. But, like, look at where your teammates are. Like, why would you want to fight them right now? I don't really understand. Maybe you don't know how far behind you are, but you're, like, pretty far behind. Like, 5... I mean, I know you don't know exactly how far behind you are, but, like, you should have a sense that, like, you guys are kind of behind, right? So you need to, like, do stuff that, like, splits them up and then, like, look to take, like, pickoffs, not, like, just run into where you know they have multiple heroes. Like, they kill your Warlock now. It's just kind of a weird TP. Like, if you want to come defend the tower, you can just walk bottom instead of TP to this outpost, which is, like, super dangerous. I just don't think it's good that you look to, like, TP bottom. It just doesn't make sense to me. Okay. So then this happens, which is a little fortunate. It was nice that Lion was there and had his ult up. But you do die again. But yeah, this is like you guys just taking a fight into them. Like, when they were grouped up. I feel like you just got kind of lucky the way that worked out. There was no guarantee that that was going to go that well. And on average, I would not expect that play to go that well. So I hope you don't take from that play that, like, oh yeah, that was good. Like, I need you to, like, want to dodge them when they're, like, really ahead like that. Split them up, you know? You could have gone and walked top and held your TP. It's important that you don't use your TP right, but you walk top. I know that it was like way up here, right? But you just go farm a little bit, right? And if they dive your tower, then you can like show up. But you shouldn't have been looking to like take a 5-on-5. You don't even have your very first item yet. So you're not strong, you know? Part of like what you do when you're behind is you fight around power spikes. And this is, you're just running into them again. You don't have to do this. Like, you just don't have to fight them here. You don't have your Witchblade. You're not level 12. You don't have level 2 Astral. This just is like you guys trying to force it. You're like, oh, I see heroes. We must need to fight these heroes. Like, they're allowed to be here. Like, if they've taken your bottom tier 2 or bottom tier 1, they are allowed to play this area. In fact, it's what they should be doing. Like, you don't... I feel like you probably think that you guys need to kick them out of your jungle. That's like something that low MMR players like think about, but that's really not how Dota works. You can kill the Beastmaster, but that's just them playing badly. I'm telling you, like, they should be happy to be down here with 5 heroes again. This Void has Chrono, Necro has his ult. The fact that this Beastmaster died without his team backing him up is just bad play from them, not good play from you guys. You should just not be looking to fight them here. It's just not going to work. Like, especially against better opponents. Like, this is working against people at your level. If you want to get better, you know, you can't make plays like this. These plays just aren't going to work against better players. So yeah, off the back of the Beastmaster kill first, you guys kind of took a good fight. Alright, so you're like aggressively clearing mid, which I don't really mind. What do you do now? Look for a rune? Get a rune? Alright, so I need you to think, what should you do here? Like, while you're watching this video of my recap in the future, what do you think I'm going to tell you that you should do here? Think about it. And the answer is, you have a rune, you're finishing your Witchblade, so you're about to have a very large power spike of a haste rune, very good, and your Witchblade, plus you're level 12 now. So like, you've got the level 2 Astral. You're very strong again. So I need you to go reset. I need you to do that. I need you to do that, dude. You cannot stay on the map like this. You cannot. You cannot. It's just so bad. It's so bad that you're not going to base and getting mana here. Because whatever happens, you're just not going to have enough mana to use all your abilities. You're just not going to. And then, why are you popping you're popping your haste for mana? Oh my god. So you're completely wasting this rune so you can farm a camp. So this is just a misconception of like what runes are for. Like, you need to realize how strong this haste makes you and how good it would be in a fight, and then want to take a fight. You've got your item, which you didn't have before. You were doing all these fights before you had Witchblade. And now you have your Witchblade, and you're, like, farming. You're just not looking to fight them. You get another rune. I mean, they just fed, honestly. What even happened here? Did they just get, like, 3-man Axe Called in their Chrono? What is going on? They get 2-man Axe Called with Blade Mail into Chrono, Lion Stun, with Fatal Bonds and a Warlock ult. So these guys get freaking wombo comboed by your team. You had no impact here. And I just need you to know that, like, against better teammates, this just doesn't work. And like, I hope that you can tell that you're like playing this suboptimally, and like, you know, even though your team like owns them there and like it probably felt good at the time, like I hope you can see that, like, you know, your play in these last like couple minutes and like how you're playing with no mana is just, it's just so suboptimal. Like, if your team needed an extra bit of burst damage there, you just wouldn't have been able to provide it because you were just out of mana. If you just go back to base sometimes and get full mana, like, you'll be able to participate so much better in these fights. Like, again, you're just running around with no mana. And you're not even flying yourself out clarities, dude. Fly yourself out some clarities sometimes. Like, if you're going to play this way, fly yourself out clarities, like, 2 every, like, 2 minutes. You know, get that courier going. You haven't flown yourself out of clarity once. That's something that high MMR mid players do all the time. They have clarities going a lot. They go to base a lot. Not a lot, but they go to base and they have clarities coming out. And you're not doing any of that. So you're just like, you just don't have enough mana to like farm effectively and fight effectively. Like you're kind of fighting a little bit and you're like kind of farming some, and then you're farming too much and then you can't fight well. It's painful to see. Alright, so I don't care that you pop this illusion too much, because like that's not going to make a huge difference in a team fight. It actually could, if you think about it. Like if this Techie's blasts off on you and silences you, popping that illusion rune acts as a dispel. It's kind of like a manta, and it would like prevent you from being silenced. So it actually could have been a good idea to hold on to that. I'm not sure if you're like aware of mechanics like that, but illusions can be good. So you guys smoke here. This isn't like, the map wasn't set up great for this smoke. Like mid should have been pushed in one more time, but because of your MMR, that's just not something that people at your level are really capable of thinking about. So this works out. I don't hate the play. It wasn't like perfectly done, but I don't expect it to be perfectly done. It was done good enough for your level. Alright. You actually have some mana. You're missing all your spells. That's unfortunate. Luckily this guy just walks at you and doesn't run away. All your spells on cooldown, so that's cool. Eggs. Farming. I just want you to see that this would be another good opportunity to like go base. You know? Like you killed them all. Not like low, right? But like you're kind of low. Like if you just use your mana to farm this quickly and like burn through it all, and then just went straight base, you could almost beat your fountain already, and then you'd be regenning, and then you'd be full HP, full mana with a full bottle, and then you'd be like walking back out on the map, like before they're even all respawned. Instead, you're just kind of like farming around at half HP, half mana. Because here's the thing, like they're all respawned now, right? And like think about that smoke that you guys just did. Like, what if they did that to you right now? Like, would you want to fight them right now with 600 mana and you guys are all split up? Like, I hope not. I can see you're trying to farm your ags, but like, you know, if you were like full health, full mana, like kind of farming around looking for your ags, that would be really nice. Okay. Yeah, they kind of like walked under your ward. You are going to die here. Yeah, you guys are just getting the better of them in these fights. They're just... I mean, they just like kind of walked under a ward and they weren't all together. Like if they were moving around as a unit instead of like a line, you know, one hero got there and then the next hero got there and the others weren't there yet. Like... Hopefully you can see that if they were like working together a little bit more effectively, like I don't think these would be going quite as well as they are for you guys. And like having full health and mana when these start, like that's part of what makes these like really effective. What are we doing? Watching your player perspective. So you have your ags. So you have your ags and you're kind of looking for this dazzle. This is like really dangerous. You're just like farming their side of the map. This wood's dead. Alright, so conceptually, you guys should be like... You guys are like kind of winning now, which is nice. Very aggressive clearing of the creeps, okay. But you guys should be looking to like push in top a lot. And then look to take Roshan. Again, you guys get a really nice wombo combo fight. You guys' like fight execution has been pretty good. At least in your, like yours hasn't been too bad, honestly. You just like don't quite have enough mana sometimes. Your team's team fight execution is really good, higher than I would expect for this level. But like, let's talk about like what you need to do, right? Okay, you took a great fight. Like, what do you need to do right now to progress the game? You need to take their buildings, and you need to take Roshan. Now, you guys don't hit towers very well. Nobody in your team, your core, your position 1 is just a silencer. Like, you know, he can kind of poke towers, I guess, but like, you don't take towers that well together. So like, what you should be doing is looking to play for this Roshan, and I need you to push in top all the way. Like, notice you haven't gone top since this tower died. You haven't gone top once. You guys have not played up here besides that one gank, like, at all. So in this scenario, you guys need to push in top all the way to their tier 2 and push in mid. You don't have to take the towers. Just push the creep waves. Kill this creep wave. Kill this creep wave. Kill the creep wave that's here. You know, there's one here, so that means there's one, like, right here, walking down the lane. And then, like, go Roshan, you know? There's no reason to do anything else. Like, I have a feeling you guys are going to force this tower. But, like, you guys aren't even forcing the tower. Well, you're just doing it slowly. So yeah, you're sitting with 5 heroes in the same lane while all of them are dead. So you're not really increasing your efficiency at all. 5 heroes dead and you guys aren't farming very well. You get 1 tower out of it. They're all respawning. You have no map control, though, as a result of, like, winning a full fight. Now you're taking Roshan. But see, the enemy team could, like, try and do something about this if they wanted to. It looks like they're not going to. Does Void not have Chrono up soon? What's going on? No, he doesn't. I mean, I guess if you're doing this because they don't have Chrono, that's, like, kind of okay. I don't know if that's what you guys were thinking. Really weird that your carry is, like, not here. He's, like, making space. I just think that you could do this while still, like, getting map control, like, having pushed in top, right? So, like, let's just go back and just point out the exact moment where you could have, like, you know, realized this and, like, made this decision. So you guys finish killing them right here. So right here, right now. Oh, you don't even have a TP. Well, first I need you to have a TP. Right here, right now, you could TP top if you had a TP. Run up, kill this, run down here, kill the next wave, and then, like, reconnect with your team. Regardless of what they do. So, like, even if they just sit here as 4 heroes and, like, pressure this tower like they did, you could get, like, 3 waves of farm plus maybe some jungle camps in the meantime. Because instead, what do you do between now and when the heroes on their team respawn? What do? You block a camp. Yeah, pick up 1 rune. You're getting no creeps. Okay, you got like 1 or 2 of those creeps. I think 1. So you've gotten like 1 creep. You've gotten 1 creep since you won that fight. And you could have gotten this wave, and probably this next wave. There's a wave that's like right here right now. So you could have gotten like 3 waves of creeps and then still been with your team. And you'd have vision, because you'd have these creeps. You would have had creeps that would have lived and would be up here. And you'd have so much more information. So not only would you have more farm, you'd have more information about like this Roshan attempt that you guys do. So like here, you would have creeps here. So then you would know if they have any heroes up here or not. Because if they had heroes, they would probably like be killing the creeps, right? So you would know that. So hopefully you can see that. I'm going to wrap up the replay analysis here. I think we covered a lot. I think if you work on a lot of this stuff, that you will see some pretty massive MMR gains, because these are just things that, you know, you're at this level because you're doing it, and if you start correcting them, you can shoot up to Crusader like easy. So good luck with that. Practice some of these things that I've talked to you about. The runes, resetting, getting mana, not looking to like play down here and try and kick them out of your jungle. Like when you guys are behind, like it's okay, you don't have to do that. You know, go split another lane, keep your TP up, and then TP if like there's a good fight that breaks out. And oh yeah, and pressure their mid tower, especially when the guy leaves his lane. Pressure his tower, kill the creeps, hit the tower with your right clicks. Really, really important. So thanks for signing up, man. Hope you learned a lot, and I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and like and comment this video. If you're interested in my coaching, check out the descriptions in all my videos. There's a link to my Discord. From that Discord, you can reach out to me for some live coaching for yourself. And I'll see you in the next video.